This has been an amazing year of podcasting. It has been rewarding. It's been challenges, but hey, I'm still standing. I am so grateful for so many connections I have had over this past year. And for that, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the Breaking the Silence podcast. I am your host, Author Nikki Nicole. Here I believe in winning together and creating a safe, supportive space for people to share their stories and start their healing journey. My passion is to help people confront hidden battles, embrace their truths, and take steps towards a more fulfilling life. Every episode is designed to break the silence on topics that often go unspoken, leading to conversations that uplift, inspire, and transform. Join me as we break the barriers and find strength through shared experiences, one story at a time. Hello, everyone. I hope that everybody had a great Christmas and received everything that they desired this year. This episode is to talk about this year that I've had as a podcaster. Mm. Boy, has it been an amazing run. It's had a lot of, struggles along the way, challenges along the way, but I made it to this point. So as I reflect on this incredible journey of podcasting, I'm filled with so much gratitude and so much excitement. And I'm so grateful for the people that gave me an opportunity to sit down with them and shine the light on them and the amazing things that they're doing in their lives. This podcast started with my voice. It started with me coming out of my shell. And I'm so grateful that the journey that I've had led to me meeting some amazing people. It led to me hearing some amazing stories from people from all over the world. Something that started out as something so simple that took me a year to plan and prepare. For one, because I was scared. I let fear control the wheel for a very long time in my life. But I decided this year, fear wasn't gonna be the one in the driver's seat this year. And look at me now, still standing, almost a year later. I'm so excited. So many things have happened on this journey that blew my mind. When I tell you it blew my mind, it blew my mind. Now, of course, there were some highs, there were some lows, there were some challenges, there were some unexpected moments. There was a lot of lessons that I learned along the way too. But all of that shaped me and shaped the platform. Not just the content that I created, but it also shaped the growth in me as a storyteller, me as a host, me as a communicator. It made me a better person to be able to connect with the people that I connected with on this journey. And for that, I say thank you. Thank you to everyone that has supported me on this journey. So I want to take a step back and share some of the most valuable lessons I've learned along the way as a podcaster. And if you're a podcaster, you know you're going to go through some things and you're going to get through some things. You're going to go through trial and error. My thing all year long was trial and error and research. Never stop researching. Never. Because the more you research, the better you're going to be, the more you're going to grow. So whether you're a fellow podcaster or you're just a curious listener, I believe that these lessons and these lessons that I learned along the way, I hope they can resonate with you and anything that you're trying to do in your life. Maybe it's something new or maybe it's something that's challenging for you right now. So let's walk through this year and what it has taught me and how these lessons will continue to shape the future of Breaking the Silence. But before we get there, let's talk about all the highlights from this year. Oh man, I've spent so many nights up. Sometimes I wouldn't sleep at all. At all. So many sleepless nights. But the saying is success does not sleep. And I didn't get a lot of sleep this year, but it was all worth it. It was all worth it. From Motivational Monday, Twisted Tuesdays, open mic, debate nights, Sunday morning motivation, the BTS gospel playlist, Warrior Wednesday, music tributes, BTS showcase Saturday, and I actually had my first red carpet experience. Thank you so much, Lady J, one of my guests. She's been on the platform twice. Thank you so much for that opportunity. Thank you, thank you. 3 in-person interviews, almost 200 episodes, hometown hero episodes, exclusive interviews, did a BTS guest giveaway in the beginning of the year, and the BTS blessing bags on my birthday and the launch of the podcast. 4 celebrity interviews, Throwback Thursdays, Freestyle Fridays, Winning Wednesday. It's been an amazing run. And now I'm preparing for the first annual event in February. I said in February. Well, in February 27th on my birthday will be 1 year. Will mark 1 year of podcasting. March 1st, I'll be hosting my first annual event, the BTS Level Up Showcase. This is to highlight some of the artists that have come across the platform. The speakers that will be there will be for guests of the platform. And I'm also raising proceeds for one of the nonprofit founders from the platform, Alicia Page Glenn, for her nonprofit organization, Foster Adoption Mission, the Caring Closet, that helps foster children. I am so excited about this event, not only because it's my first event and it's the first year of podcasting, but because I get to meet some of the guests that came across my platform and I get to see them perform in person. And also, it brings people together to connect with one another so we can get to the next level. It's about building, it's about forming collaborations all over the world. And I'm so excited about this event. So stay tuned and make sure you visit the website to purchase your ticket. The tickets are $25. The proceeds will go to the nonprofit organization. I hope that you will come, have a great time, be entertained by these amazing people that's come across that has been across the platform. So let's talk about these lessons. I've learned so much this year about podcasting, and most of it came from trial and error. Trial and error. I started off, y'all, with a computer and a microphone and this little incy bincy box that was supposed to be an audio interface. I ran that for a very long time until I continued, like I said, to do a lot of research. Then I ended up getting an audio interface. I ended up getting a speaker amplifier. I ended up getting a mini desktop. I ended up getting hard drives, dual strings. I ended up getting all the things to make me be a better podcaster and be able to formulate and create good content. It took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of late nights to get here. A lot of stumbling blocks, a lot of connections, collaborations. A lot of things didn't go the way they should have went or could have went. But I'm thankful for every connection that I've made since I stepped into this role of podcasting. Consistency is the key. Consistency. I learned consistency is the key. You have to make sure that you're putting content out on a regular. Make sure you're putting out good content. Make sure that you're improving along the way. And when I tell you I can look at season 1 and say I improved in season 2, I can look at season 2 and say I improved in season 3. Every single season brought something new. Every single season was something different. And if y'all know, if y'all watched any of my episodes, graphics was my thing. It's still my thing. I love creating. So every single season, I try to put another twist on things to make things a little bit better. And I saw that growth. And when you see your growth in something that you're doing and that you're passionate about, that is a rewarding thing. I go back and watch my old episodes all the time just to see how I was on the other side of the mic. And I'll never forget my guest, Kevin Mullins. He came on the platform, and at the end of the interview, and we had our backstage conversation, he said, "You know what? If you would just have a conversation with people, you would really win." He prayed before that episode. He prayed before the episode. And after the episode, he gave me that wonderful advice. And ever since then, I hit the pavement running. Because I used to prepare questions. I used to prepare the questions, send the questions to the guests so they can be prepared for the episode. But it's better when you can sit down with somebody and you can have a conversation, a meaningful conversation. It leads to something greater at the end when you're just sitting and having a normal conversation and you make them feel comfortable enough to talk to you and tell their story. So thank you, Kevin, for that dose of inspiration, that dose of advice, because that meant a lot to me. And I've been going ever since you told me that. But you have to be on a consistent schedule. You have to make sure that you're staying in your audience's face with something new, something different, something of substance, something that's going to help them along the way. I also learned on this journey that being authentic is important, very important when it comes to your listeners. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself and your message because it creates a stronger connection with you and your audience. Walk that talk that, talk it, walk it, talk it, live it. And that's gonna take you to so many levels that you will understand later, as the old folks say, by and by. By and by. And know that sound quality matters. So if you want to be the best podcaster out there, you're trying to get to that point, you got to make sure you invest in your craft, invest in the best equipment. You might not have the best equipment or most expensive equipment, but as long as it works for you and people can hear you, people can see you, then guess what? You're winning. So just make sure that you have the proper equipment, you have the proper editing tools, because this is going to make a huge difference in everything that you do. You're going to be more clear, you're going to be professional, sound going to sound good, listeners are going to be engaged. And make sure you're professional at everything that you do. Professionalism matters. But this was something that was instilled in me from a child. My mom, even down to going to a job interview, my mom told me, dress up, look nice, look the part. Make sure you got your resume and your cover letter. Everything that I do in my life, I move in that way of professionalism, because if you know how you want people to treat you, then you'll treat people the way you want them to treat you. That makes sense? So we have to know that we have to invest in ourselves. Everything is not going to be easy. And you're going to spend some money. You're gonna spend some money along the way, but it's going to be worth it. It's really going to be worth it. And make sure that you engage with your audience. Engage with them. I've had conversations. I may not have a whole lot of public conversations, but I've had a whole lot of private conversations, uplifting my guests, telling them, I'm proud of them, because I am, and even in the public, I said the same thing. If I see something that they're doing great, I'm quick to share it, very quick to share it and be like, winning. I'm proud of you, because I am. I love to see other people win. Like, it just does something to me to see people that have come across this platform going to the next level, just rising to the next level. And it's looking easy. And I'm proud. I'm proud of every single person that I've connected with the wins that you have. Keep winning, man. Keep winning. And on this journey, you have to learn to adapt to different things, because in podcasting, things change all the time. They're always changing. Things are always going to be consistently and constantly evolving. Stay flexible. Adapt to the changes. Whether it might be technology, it might be, and this could mean, something to your growth. I'm not big on trends, and I'm never going to be big on trends, because I'm going to be me regardless of what I'm doing. So trends really is not something that I like to jump on. But every now and again, I may do a video out of the box, something I don't normally do. But you have to stay in the know. research is important. It may be something as a better type of equipment for you to use, a better editing software for you to use, something that you can create, something that's better. Stay in the know. It's important for you to research, research, research. It's not gonna, nothing that you do is gonna happen overnight, but guess what? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You have to learn how to produce great content, something that provides your audience with value. I mean, that's the reason why you're behind the mic to begin with, right? If you know your niche, and you know who your target audience is, then you're gonna win every time because you know who you're speaking to when you get behind that mic, you know exactly who you're talking to. So when you get those two down, then guess what? You're gonna win. You're gonna win. And this is something you have to continuously strive for. You have to continuously strive to make sure that you are hitting all the points for your target audience and staying within your niche. You have to. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of imperfection because one thing about me, I struggle with that. I wanted everything to be perfect. I wanted everything to be right. So this is why those long nights came because I was always constantly working on something and making sure it was just right. But perfection isn't it's not the goal. I learned that along the way. It's you don't have to strive to be perfect on your journey. You don't. Because you're gonna constantly be learning along the way. You're gonna constantly be growing along the way. You have to learn as you go and improve over time. It's part of the journey. Just learn to embrace it. And remember that networking and collaboration is important. When I look back over this year, I have been on almost 50 podcasts as a guest. I've collaborated on so many panels. I've been on a lot of different things because I really believe in collaborating with people. I believe in networking with people, connecting with people, and then taking that in turn and connecting it with somebody else. You have to learn how to connect with other people, whether it's another podcaster, whether it's an entrepreneur, somebody, because you never know how that connection is going to link to the next connection, to the next connection. And then guess what? We're winning together. See how that happens? One person connect one person, and that person connect the next person. It's a it's an ongoing situation of collaboration, ongoing situation of connection where we're all evolving and we're all going to the top at the same time. It, bring, it brings forth new opportunities and it expands your reach. Every time that you meet someone new, every time that you open your mouth and you connect with somebody new. And remember that you have to have patience. You have to have patience on this journey. Because eventually, guess what? It's going to pay off. Success in podcasts is not going to happen overnight. And you got to be okay with that. You got to be okay with starting off with 10 subscribers, 10 followers. And then as the days go by and as the weeks go by and as the months go by, they just slowly creep up. You got to be okay with that. Don't give up. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing to reach your goals. Growth takes time. So patience and persistence are essential on this journey. Now, on top of those basic lessons that I've learned the human lessons of moving in silence. It's okay for you to just work behind the scenes. It's okay for you to work behind the scenes until it is done. And sometimes you don't even have to tell it, even when it is done. I've learned moving in silence is important on your journey as well. And you have to also make sure that everything that you do on this journey aligns with your purpose. Because if it does not align with your purpose, then it's going to fall hard. I've learned that, some connections in your life, on your journey, it's not your connection. It may be somebody else's connection. That connection may be the winning connection for you. or for others. And you're going to go through some things on your journey, but guess what? Don't lose focus on what you're trying to do on your journey. Just because you had a challenge or a struggle or a situation that happened on your journey doesn't stop you from trying to get to the top and still working hard to get there. You have to remain on course. And most importantly, you got to keep God in your life. You have to keep God in your life. Put him at the forefront of everything that you do. And guess what? Everything in your life and everything on your journey is going to be fine. It's going to be blessed. You're going to be okay regardless of what happens on that journey, because he's handling business for you. You're not alone. So I'm going to get off that soapbox because that could be a conversation that can go on and on and on. So let's talk about what's next. So season 5 is loading in January. Some amazing guests. Oh my God, some amazing guests with some amazing stories. And I cannot wait until you see some of those episodes that's dropping next year. Now, next year, all the things I just named on that list that I was doing, I did realize on the journey that burnout is real. If you're doing too much, then you're going to burn out really fast. And then you have to start reevaluating everything that you do and start putting things in a perspective where it makes sense for you. So it's a lot of things on that list that I will not be doing next year, but I'll say periodically doing certain things. Like the music promos, I'm going to still do the music promos. Motivational Monday will still be in effect. Twisted Tuesdays will be still in effect. And I may still do Sunday morning motivation. So you just have to stay tuned and see what's going to happen next year. Because there's a lot of shift. It's a big major shift that's happening in my life. That has happened in my life. I have to avoid the burnout. I have to pull back from some things and put life into perspective. So that being said, those items are going to be, if I do the music promos, I'm thinking about doing them as a pop-up on TikTok. So if you are following me on TikTok, make sure you follow me on TikTok at Breaking the Silence 24. So you can tune into those music promos. Also, episodes will only be on YouTube. They will be releasing Mondays and Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, 2 p.m. So stay tuned for those episodes. And of course, the BTS Level Up Showcase is coming up March 1st. Please visit breakingthesilenceinc.com and purchase your tickets so we can raise some money for this amazing nonprofit founder. And also we can have a good time too, because I'm celebrating not only 1 year of podcasting, it's my birthday, and I'll be married 10 years. 10 years. So this is going to be an amazing run, an amazing event. And I would like to personally thank everybody that's agreed to participate in this event. All the artists, the spoken word artists, and the keynote speakers that will be there. Big V of Nappy Roots will be performing as well. We'll be opening and closing the show. So make sure you come there and let's have a great time. So as I wrap up this episode, I hope that this year has been grand for you. I hope that you have received everything that you wished and hoped for on this journey. Oh, lastly, I did meet some more milestones this year. I became a transformation life coach. I published 2 ebooks, and I published 3. I published 2 paperback books and 1 journal. So this year still ended in a grand way, and I'm thankful and very grateful for everything on this journey this year. So I'm excited about what's next. I'm excited about this journey, and I hope that you will continue to break the silence with me. The lessons I've learned this year have laid a strong foundation, and now it's all about building on them. Moving forward, I'm embracing the challenges and using every lesson as a stepping stone to create even better content and grow this community And I hope that you would join me on this movement in breaking the silence in your lives and breaking the silence all over the world. So to anyone out there who's just starting out, just starting out their journey as a podcaster, or maybe you're tackling something new, remember that each lesson is an opportunity to improve. Keep going. Stay authentic. And you have to trust the process. You have to. So I hope that you've enjoyed this highlight of the year. And once again, I cannot say thank you enough to everyone that has supported me on this journey. And I hope that you will continue to be a part of this journey with me and continue to break the silence in your own lives and move in the direction God would like you to move. Just remember, your past does not define you. It does not. Your journey speaks for you. Your work speaks for you. And no matter what you're doing in your lifetime, know that your voice matters, your life matters. And remember to put God first in your life, because when you put Him first, everything, and I mean everything that you do, is going to be blessed. So I'll see y'all next year on the next episode. Happy New Year.